I know they got
California. Know
I was in California back then when they came out.
I said you were with them all the time.
No, I wasn't with them, but I know the California women though.
Thank y'all for tuning in. This is the Signal 27 show. This was a conversation that was going on in the back, man.
Yeah.
We
talking about California women. You say in the back.
Yeah,
you just painted a picture for the audience.
Well, listen.
It was some beautiful women there. And
so is.
And they didn't play all these games. They let you bash. They let you smash. I want to say.
Yeah, they know they want it.
They let you fuck without all these games. And then you ain't got to have no money. I mean, it was fucking heaven.
Well, listen, right? Oh. We talking about thoughts and
we are
and the culture of thoughtism this week. You know what I mean? I want to let you all know, I thank you all for tuning in. We are Signal 27. If you're watching us now, thank you. Please like, comment, and share. Tune in. Y'all make sure that y'all comment because we want to know exactly how y'all feel about this. Y'all saw the video in the beginning. Man, these girls is doing everything for fame, from sucking on gas pumps to putting bottles in their mouth. I've seen worse than that because when I did post the video, Facebook said this is against our laws and regulations for Facebook. So I apologize, but you can always go to YouTube that allow all that mess to go on and look up thoughtism, thought oration, and thought culture. You'll find and see that there's so much stuff going on in the LBC. It's kind of hard being, well, you know what it is.
Leroy.
No, stop. Yeah, that way. So look at that, y'all. Y'all know who's on the panel this week. Y'all see Lori sitting over there. She's right there. She's going to be chiming in on thoughtism. You got Keita, the author officer. She gonna be chiming in on thoughtism. You got David, who definitely gonna be talking about thoughts and his thoughtistic relationships of the past. And,
what?
And then you got Ed, who enjoy watching thoughts in caption, doing all kind of thoughtish stuff.
And surround sound.
And surround sound.
Yes.
Well, y'all know what it is. You got Chip that's down now. He don't even want to look up.
He can't see the screen.
He can't even talk right. He got thoughts on his mind. Got thoughts on my mind.
Oh, nah. Not those.
Not those thoughts.
Nah, not those.
In the words of Reverend, what's his name? I love hoes. Hoes love me. JT Money. Reverend JT Money.
Reverend JT
I love
Money.
thoughts. Thoughts love me.
Oh, my goodness. Well, listen, right? This week we're going to have a interview with none other than Georgette Joseph. She's with, I do believe, TLZ. We're going to be doing the interview with her. We're going to get into the topic of thought culture and how it's affecting our society and our people. And then, of course, we're going to have the segment that we always waiting on every year, but we don't know. I said every year.
Every year.
Every week. Every week we gonna she's gonna come in and pop right on in with her segment, just asking. Sometimes I be kind of scared of those questions.
Yeah, me too.
So she's gonna sit up there and throw something off, and I'm gonna have to say something real,
and we're gonna get in trouble.
It's gonna mess up my pussy supply.
But you don't want that.
No, I need my pussy supply.
Yeah.
Listen, man, go to Amazon.com.
I ain't buying no pussy.
We want real pussy.
One of them sex robots.
We don't want no fake
Get you
pussy.
some lube. You never know the difference.
See, we don't want no fake pussy.
So
fake
are
pussy,
you telling me you are willing? Are you if there were, they got the dolls. If there were like robots that was in those bodies, would you buy one? Would you get with one?
Listen.
Yeah, that way you can have a threesome legally.
That's just like this right here. The new Gucci man.
Gucci
is fake. Okay, they gave y'all the new Gucci man, but Trick Daddy is real. Look at his face. Trick Daddy is real. That's a pocket pussy versus a real pussy. Trick Daddy has a real pussy face. The new Gucci man got a fake pocket pussy face. You see the difference?
Okay,
teeth and all.
I'm trying to put those two together, but I kind of not understand what you said.
Yeah,
it's kind of like Dave Chappelle. They say Dave Chappelle not real. I guess that would be fake.
I think Dave Chappelle is real though. They try to say he's clone. He's not. No.
Dave Chappelle not clone.
No.
Oh, okay.
But Gucci man is.
All right. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Georgette says there's a deeper issue to the thoughtism. Back in the day when I was younger, I would think that just because you shake your ass is fine.
Wait a minute.
No, I'm being serious. Just because you shake your ass is cool.
Ass is
I
good.
think thotism has always been there, and it started to be it started to be revealing more when like 2 Live Crew came out and they started over sexualizing women. See, thought culture and thug culture is kind of like the same thing.
But
You think?
Leroy, let me ask you this. Leroy,
It depends
let-
your
let-
definition of thug.
What do you mean? Like thug? It's like it's a thuggish bro.
Hey.
well, Leroy, let me ask you this
Going
question.
6 up in this bitch.
If the story of Africa is true, if we actually came from Africa in numbers as big as they say we did, the women over there was with their titties out, ass out. So we were able to maintain and function in society with them being dressed like that. How do you compare that to twerking or sucking bananas or whatever?
Can't.
Because I wouldn't have been able to hunt with women titties out like that. Because you know my dick would have been hard running through the jungle and it would have scratched my dick all up.
Oh my gosh.
But it wasn't no joke, bro.
They did not sexualize their body parts like
Right.
the European culture has in this country and has perpetuated around the world. You know that. That's why you mentioned the whole topic to see if we understood that. Good looking out, though.
Okay, I didn't know that because
You knew that.
to me, titties is titties. I don't
No,
care when
man.
you
But
put
that
them
was
out.
part of their culture and just the way that they were, the way that they
They-
dressed. It wasn't.
Because when I was sucking my mama titty, I was aroused.
Dog, come on.
Okay, so let's go to the Urban Dictionary for the definition of
Yeah,
thought.
somebody throw the
What a flag.
flag at. You get the flag, bro.
Penalty on the play.
Penalty on the play. Sucking mama's titties made his dick off.
Wow.
What kind of shit is this?
A hard baby dick.
Wow.
Yeah, but I think just like it said in the Bible before, though, like if you walk around naked all the time, you wouldn't have known that was a problem until somebody told you it was a problem.
Shit.
You know what I'm saying? The reason why it was over sexualized is because Caucasians just always have a lot of clothes on. You know what I mean? Because they over sexualize everything. In Africa, you ain't need to have all them clothes on. It's hot. You don't need to have clothes on. You need to have them titties out and everything.
I'm trying to fuck all day.
So let's go to the Urban
Fuck her.
Dictionary and let's
What's
see
the Urban? What it say?
thought means. It says it's an acronym for that hole over there. And basically it's saying that is actually women who come across as fake, conceited, shallow. It says she can be a fake, conceited, shallow, dumb bitch. But deep down, this is what it says.
Not
But
my
deep
goddess.
down, she is insecure. And unfortunately, the only way that she gets confidence is by getting validation from men on social media by
go for
posting
that.
pictures showing off her figure and
Biased.
plastic face.
I agree. With
Damn.
When they added
That
social
whole
media, you
there.
lost me. You don't need social media to have that thought or transfer that idea.
Yeah, I mean, that's
You
true.
don't,
But
but that's
this
how
is
you
what
get
the
it out,
definition
though.
says on.
I just
That's how
want to
most
be
of 'em-
able to fuck whatever I see. I don't like looking at
Oh,
stuff.
hold on, wait a
Oh
minute.
gosh, why?
So you want to? So that whatever you see. So you just want?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't like looking at stuff and I can't have it. You know what I'm saying? That's just me personally. That's
But
why
last week you said you ain't look at women like that. So which
Nah,
is
I
it?
don't.
Do you?
That's
look?
why that's called discipline and restraining yourself.
But then you just said you want to fuck whatever you see. Like I'm not
Exactly.
understanding.
If I focus on something, so
Okay.
that way I keep myself out of looking at stuff like this. That's why I said, ask Leroy, how did you find videos like that? How did you find her sucking like that? I'm not gonna go out there and look for stuff like that, or maybe somebody might have sent it to him. I'm not saying he looked for it, but I don't go out to look for this type of stuff. I don't even want it coming into my mind because I know I want to have it. That's why I don't want to see it. That's just like going to the strip club. You can't fuck none of them, but you gonna give them all your money.
Shit.
It makes no sense to me. I'm gonna ask you how much you charge me, take it to the house so we can fuck. I'm not gonna sit there and give you all my money because I need to see a return on my money.
so you'd rather have the prostitute rather than the stripper.
Well, I have them both if they reasonably priced.
A combo.
I live in abundance. I live in a place of abundance.
My man said, "Listen, if I can get a discount,
Yeah.
listen, this
You
is
sit up there and just be watching.
I
And
get you
motherfucker
too.
be watching. You go home, I go home. Because I ain't with all that. Okay, go ahead.
no." So listen, right? We're gonna keep this train rolling. As you all know, if you see on the notes there, we do have an individual that we are going to be speaking with. Her name is Georgette Joseph. Georgette Joseph. She is the owner and operator of the Orlando branch of TLZ, and I want her to go into some details about what TLZ is. How you doing today, Georgette?
Hi, I'm great, thank you.
That's good. That's good. How you doing? You tuning in? Is everything all right with you?
Listen, I am. Everything is all right. I was a little taken aback, but I was like, you know what? This is the reality, and it might be hard for the ears of many, but we're seeing it every day, and we have our little personal comments. So we may as well, hear the real hard part of it tonight.
Yeah, you got to.
Where you from, Goddess? I hear your accent. What island?
Yeah, I know that question was going to be posed. I'm from Jamaica.
Oh, okay.
I'm from Jamaica.
Yeah.
So,
Which part? Which part?
I'm trying to recover.
Which part of Jamaica, Goddess? Which part?
Uh-oh.
how many parts of Jamaica? Is there more?
There's a lot of parts of Jamaica. Which one?
I said I'm from Kingston. Jamaica.
Kingston. Okay, you ain't playing around. Somebody will get Somebody might get their throat cut tonight. Come on.
Oh, no, don't cut me.
the butt shot.
I buried my machete. I'm about healing and growth now, so I'm not going to hurt nobody.
Shay. Shay, Goddess. Shay.
Well, tonight we're going to be speaking about the organization. Do you mind giving us some insight as to what it's about, what the acronym stands for?
Absolutely. Well, my name is Georgette Joseph, and as you heard, I'm from Kingston, Jamaica, and I reside currently in Orlando. I am a member of the LGBTQA plus community, and I know the question is going to be like, oh my God, why so many letters? Mm-hmm. It's a very broad spectrum. The TLZ stands for the Love Zone. And this was birthed from a passion I have. I've always had a passion for people, especially the underserved people. And I'm still a part of that community. And so the vision of the Love Zone is to foster and assist with healing and growth within our community, which is the LGBTQ plus, QA plus community, as we seek to become the best version of ourselves. So the passion I have for people and for healing and for growth, it always bothers me when I see people are homeless or they're not understood or we're ridiculed or ostracized and just go through so much. And also see the so-called thought life in the community as well, because it's not just out there. It's so funny that you spoke on that, but that's one of the reasons for the Love Zone, because those people definitely need love. The underlying issue is not just being a thought. There's some healing. There's some lack of self-esteem and lack of self-love and so many different things such as trauma and stuff that's going on there. And these are people who are having children and they're burdening other people like themselves. So it continues, it becomes a cycle. And so I believe that if we, in my community that is, if we can get, each connect and build, we can grow, we can connect with people who can help us, therapists and experts who can help us to grow in certain areas of our life so we can become healthy and mature individuals in society. So we can help people like I don't like to call them the thoughts, but
you got to call it what it is.
Spade's a spade.
A spade is a spade.
So we do have
Well, which letter are you?
Wow.
I heard everything you said, but I'm a attentive listener. I'm a attentive listener.
I have to take a letter.
Yeah, hold it. Go ahead, Goddess. I just want to know.
That's good.
If I have to take a letter, I'll take the L, because I think we're just human living our lives. And
But you will let a man smash him if he.
No.
You won't.
No, we're not going to
No.
go there.
Oh, okay. Why we not going? We can ask.
Because that's not part of the interview.
That's not thought.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Okay.
But I can answer the question. But Leroy, what else would you like from me?
I'll let you answer that question afterwards. If you feel the need that you want to answer that question, I'll let you and David have a full-blown conversation.
We already had it. We good.
So let me tell you the mission, because it's still answering what TLZ, the Love Zone, is about. I mean, David, do you remember what I said about the vision? Because you were caught up in my letters, right?
No, you said wait a minute, Goddess. Wait a minute, Goddess. I listen to every word you said. And I know the highest frequency is love, so I don't judge. But I do want to know the possibility, and somebody else out in the audience might want to know the possibility.
So we'll answer that question at the end. But I do want the viewers and the people who are listening to hear and understand what TLZ means and what we're about. So
right.
Again, I would like to reread my vision and my mission statement, but I can answer your question.
Wait. I thought you wanted me to answer your question.
Wait.
You said
let this woman talk, man.
She asked me a question and I was going to answer it. You said you wanted all people to be treated fairly and equally. That's the main purpose of your organization.
That wasn't the vision I read.
Okay. Go ahead.
You're paraphrasing, and it's okay. You got caught up in the L. So let me go ahead and tell you my vision again.
Go ahead, Georgette. Go ahead.
TLZ stands for the Love Zone. Again, that was birthed out of my own passion of wanting to help people, especially people in my community. The name, I just prayed on the name and tried to coin something that will grab people's attention and help them to know I don't have to label you for you to fit in the love zone. The vision is to foster and assist with the healing and growth within our community as we seek to become the best version of ourselves. The mission, we build connection with experts, professionals, and like-minded people to aid in the process of our growth by hosting seminars, workshops, and other networking-related events that aligns with our vision. TLZ promotes stability and accountability as we become great examples for what a healthy, healing, and mature individual represents. I need you, Mr. What's his name, Roy, to get that part. It's about being healthy human beings.
So even the thoughts are healthy too now. The thoughts are healthy.
Not mentally.
Wait a minute. You said all human beings. You said all human beings. Even the thoughts. You got to love them. That's their energy. If they want to suck a doorknob, let them suck a doorknob.
Yeah, we love them. We love them and direct them and connect them to people who can help them to heal.
But God is that's their that's.
God is a very negative. The word thought is a very negative connotation. It brings a very negative stigma, and that is nothing anybody wants to hold.
No women still. Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Well, listen, right? We understand that you do have the Love Zone. That's the full name for TLZ.
Yes.
But is there who else other than? Is it just set out for just? Is it just for the LGBT community, or can anyone join this organization?
So LGBTQA plus. First, we have to understand that
we ain't giving y'all no more letters.
That
Y'all trying to take all the damn letters. You got the rainbow. You don't need. I'm just
okay. So the LGBTQA plus
minus.
I understand it's a very huge, broad spectrum, but that's not what we're here to discuss. I'll tell you what those letters that I've explained, I've mentioned what they mean. The L is for lesbian. Are we there?
Yes.
Yeah, we here. We linking. I mean, we here.
The B is for bisexual. I know these things are self-explanatory.
Mm-hmm.
The G is for gay. The T is for trans, whether it's trans man or trans woman. Oh, the A is for the ally. So.
What plus?
Wait a minute. The A is what?
Are you an ally?
What's an ally? Don't just put a word.
No.
Give me the definition.
No, I think an ally would be like somebody who's with them or with their organization.
Yeah, of course we with you. You my brother. You brother.
Or respect us as
an
human and what we're about. Yes, sir.
Of course.
So if you do not fit that spectrum, no, you are not welcome to the group. Because if you're against people who are in this group, that would be a conflict of interest.
Right.
So that's specifically what this and who this group is for.
Now, is TLZ exclusively to the Orlando region?
No, it's not. We have people from different city and states, and because we're new, we're working on those people who are in different cities and states to have their own, for lack of a better term, a chapter. So we have this vision to be beyond Orlando. Because we need the love. We need the love and what the Love Zone brings in every city, in every state, as possible, as much as possible.
And what was your passion to create the TLZ?
Healing.
So you
healing in every aspect of our lives. We have so many different areas of our lives to heal in.
Wait a minute.
That was my. Go ahead.
I'm a little confused because the TLZ is that created specifically. I thought is that for the thoughts
specifically.
It's
he can say pussy, but he can't say. Never mind.
Is that created specifically?
Okay, I'm having a hard time because too many people talking to me.
Mm-hmm.
So you're asking me what was my passion, what was my reason
to create it.
I say that in the get-go, the beginning of this interview. I think you were focusing on those letters too hard. But I'm telling you, the passion is healing and growth, to build connection so we can heal some of these traumas, like the people you calling thoughts.
I'm not calling them that.
The people we're referring to as thoughts, right?
Right.
So that's just an example. We all have something to heal from It doesn't matter your ethnicity. It doesn't matter your gender. It doesn't matter how you show up or who you are or where you're from. We all have something to heal from. And when we're better healed, we're better able to become who we really want, the best versions of ourselves.
Okay.
So it starts at healing. Whatever that is that needs to be healed, it starts there.
So are we merging two groups? Are we dealing with two entities here, that being the LGBTQ and the thoughts, or are they both separate?
We're not merging anything. We have the TLZ, which is the love zone. It covers it's inviting all the people from the spectrum I've explained to help to connect and build and grow. That's exactly what TLZ is about.
Okay, so
I have a clear idea of that. This is a group that's focused on people. Period. It's not.
It don't got nothing to do with
you being part. I mean, LGBTQ
Right.
or being
Plus.
a thought
It's
or
humans
being racist.
helping-
It's just humans trying to make you a better person than what you are. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay. So, and we do have
Shit, like
definitely
about
have
time.
right. I know.
So we didn't even have to mention the LGBT.
No, I'm just saying. But if that's her vision and her focus, I mean, I think the LGBT community has a lot of things that goes on within it, just like any
Leroy,
other community.
if I might add, because it's a little hard to hear the question when you're talking and he's saying something to me, and it become a little like it's a way of being combative or argumentative when I'm being interviewed. But if I could say I understand where he's coming from or where he's trying to go, why am I choosing this for my passion, or why am I choosing to take my passion in this area? Now, this is where I am. This is who I am. This is what I represent. I am a lesbian woman who also experienced some of the trauma, some of the problems, some of the self-esteem issues, some of the relationship struggles, some of all the poor credit, the poor financial planning, the poor money management, all these issues as a lesbian woman. For one, I'm a black woman. Two, I'm a black woman who's an immigrant. Three, I'm a black woman who's an immigrant and a lesbian. I have a lot of things against me. So within my community, we have a lot of things that are against us. And so I am here to lobby and create a place and a platform so that we can grow, connect, and become our better selves, if that helps you. So that is why I choose the Love Zone as a lesbian, because that's who I represent. I represent my LGBTQA plus community. That's who I am. And you show up as you are.
There you
Okay,
go.
There we go.
That's good.
Bam. You
Okay.
said it,
And
you said it straight
That's
right
good.
there.
And there's nothing wrong with being a lesbian. You be whoever,
Plus.
whatever you are. When it's a problem is when you don't identify and you hide from it, and you don't embrace what you are. That's when it's a problem.
Absolutely.
So you can be.
And that's a part of this too. Sometimes you hide because you're not confident, or you're not sure, or you've lost yourself, or you don't have the help and the guidance. Sometimes you hide in being a thought because you don't know your identity.
Plus.
Right.
So yeah.
That's where I was. That's where I was having the problem, is bridging the two together. So were you a thought that was also a lesbian? I'm
David.
trying to
we're not
bridge.
bridging
No,
anything
no.
Together. He actually
No.
has this. I didn't know that this was the topic, and it doesn't matter what the topic was. He interviewed me for whatever
the
reason,
organization,
he wanted to
not
put me- exactly.
That's just for the organization. It has nothing to do with
That's
autism.
where he's confused. I understand where you're coming from. So what does TLC have to do with Thought Life? Well, this is not what the interview was for me. However,
Okay.
he brought me on, But I can combine the two because we have thoughts in our communities too. Okay? We
Yeah,
have
I
thoughts
agree with that.
everywhere.
We do
I
have
hate
thoughts
that
everywhere.
word, but we have people who live. I won't call anybody a thought. Let me take that back. We have people, and by the way, what's the male version of the thought? Because if the thought is out there, the man who's attracted to the thought, what's your name?
Come
What
on.
are you?
Tyler
How do you
Perry.
identify?
Well, they-
So
What'd
we
you call
can't
him?
just put that on the female.
One
Wait a
second.
minute. We can't just put that on the female. So we have the female who have issues being a thought, and we have the man that have issues who keep attracting and loving and seeking after a thought. So
Right.
let me
That's
come
when
back
that's
to
when
the
I
table.
that's when
Yeah.
I
Let me come
spoke in
back to the
reference
table.
to.
How does
That's when I
how
was
does
referencing to
TLC
the
Right.
what is it, the thought and the thug culture. I did mention the
Exactly.
thug culture
So
as well.
back to my TLZ question, because I don't want to stray before y'all get me off. The TLZ also will be working with our LGBT youth, the youth of our LGBTQ plus community. Because
Plus.
again, like I said, we have people who have the thug issues and the thought issues within our community. But just to clarify, because now I understand why he kept asking that, I am not here to speak on the thought issue. I wasn't here to be interviewed outside of the thought issue on TLZ.
Plus.
And I respect and I appreciate that opportunity. But it so happened that your discussion is the thought life, and I could tie it in because it's also a popular issue in my community, the
Plus.
Yeah, well, you don't have to. You don't have to. Just thoughts begin with a T, and TLZ begins with a T. So I'm a simple-minded person,
Oh
and
my
plus
God.
when he presented it,
He's simple.
he presented that you were going to talk about this
Ooh.
issue the way I received it in the beginning.
understand.
So you don't have to talk about that. Let's focus
Plus.
strictly on you. I love lesbians. I wish I had a whole house full of
To
them.
your question, I was
Let-
never a thought.
Plus.
No, I was never a thought. I don't understand the thought life.
Judge,
But I
I'm
do
a lesbian
empathize
too.
with the people who live that life because
Yeah.
I love people, and again, the big deal is to heal.
Right.
Plus.
But do you feel that I don't know, from my observation, I think a lot of people are not discriminating. People are starting to understand and see people with lifestyles different than what we've been raised to see as traditional lives. Especially since 2020, like the veil is gone, and a lot of us understand the distraction that they want us to be separated. Love is the highest frequency, so a lot of us have gotten over that whole thing, and we know that people love who they love. Also, 2020, we have certain beings that are coming here that they love you. They don't look at age, they don't look at gender, they don't look at anything.
Right.
So
Yes.
it was all in preparation for us to see that, because we're going to see it in an abundance. So
Right.
you know,
Yes.
for the spiritually awakened people that operate in the spirit, we understand that. You know,
And I'm down for it all. I don't, like I told you before, I'm there to help anybody who's positive in reference to any aspect of their life.
Human life.
Right, period. It doesn't matter who you are attracted to. It doesn't matter what your lifestyle, creed, culture,
Right.
or race is. We're comics, so we kind of make light and fun of pretty much everything that comes on the show.
Right.
But
The universal language is love. That's the main thing.
Yes.
It doesn't matter if you understand a person's life or lifestyle, because we also have, some people think it's a lifestyle, and some people say it's their life, it's who they are. But we are not the judges. We're not judged. We're not God. We're just here to live our life, and we are all looking for that one thing, and it's love. It's a
Plus.
universal language. It's a universal need. So when we get beyond all these letters and all these other things and understand that the point is to love people where they are or leave them.
Plus.
Then we realize it's beyond our opinions and what you think should be and what you think shouldn't be. It's just love. And I appreciate you saying that, that's where you're moving towards in 2020, or you've seen some changes in that aspect. And I do too, and I'm grateful for every little change towards it.
Georgette,
Yes.
love you.
But I love you too. I love everyone that's breathing.
so
I like your energy. It's positive.
So please tell us, how can our viewers that's on this particular platform and all other platforms that are watching or listening to this broadcast, how can they find you? How can they get in contact with you to join and help build and grow the organization of TLZ?
You can find us on Facebook as a like page, the calling my business name, for the Love Zone. So there's a like page on Facebook. Also, we have a private group. The private group, you can only get in the group if we approve you. You might ask, why private? Because this is for people who are serious about growing. It's for people who are mature. You don't have to be a professional, but we focus on people who are mature people who want to grow, build, and connect. And so if we delay your request, that's because we're trying to do some background work on who you are, how you present and stuff like that. Because this is not just another group. We're trying to get away from that. And soon we will have a website, so we're able to, have a bigger community without all those,
Negative
regulations.
yeah,
Okay.
and y'all still might need somebody to make babies, because I haven't been clipped yet.
To make babies, we do.
Dog, you are stupid.
You just want to get it.
I'm keeping it real. I have to make sure I want you to carry my seed, though. I do some background search too.
So listen,
You can be our ally. It's okay.
I am an ally.
You represent the A, okay?
Yeah.
You
Yes.
take that letter A and you wear it proudly across your chest.
And I
You
love
be that ally.
Jamaican women. I'm married to one.
That's okay. So what I want you to do is you take that A. You are from now on. You are the A.
Oh, wait a minute. I don't know, because that lady with the A on her chest for adultery in a biblical
Scarlet
story,
letter.
and they put her all around the
Yo.
city. I don't.
Adultery.
So listen, Georgette, I wanna
Yes,
thank you for doing the interview with us. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, this is Georgette Joseph. She is the owner operator of TLZ. That stands for the Love Zone. Please go
Love
to her
Zone.
Facebook page, like, comment, share. If you want to support, donate, however it is that she needs help to help build and grow this organization. Georgette, I'm gonna be there to assist you in any way that I can. That's in
Thank
my
you so
power.
much, Leroy.
And then we'll definitely talk about you all having your own platform in the future, so that
Yes.
way you can help promote and push things moving forward. Okay.
Absolutely. And thank you so much for having me. Love and peace to you all.
Yes.
All right,
Thank
God.
you. Thank you.
I'm gonna send you a friend request, Georgette.
Okay.
It's called Chip
Have
Chip.
a good night.
I'll see
All right,
you in
have a good
Orlando. I'll see you in the spiritual realm.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye bye. David, why are you dumb, dog?
I'm not
Oh
dumb.
my God.
Why would you say I'm dumb? I was just talking to the lady.
Yo, you be going overboard sometimes.
What? You didn't explain it, bro. You probably set it up like that. You probably playing the whole thing like
No,
that.
I don't-
You showed me all this video on here, and I'm like, well, damn, she started an organization so people can stop being thoughts. That's the whole thing. Picture you painted with me, and then we get all these alphabets. I'm like, what the hell? But I guess they feel like they're the only
Plus.
ones that can help the thoughts. And I was like, well, dang, all us can help the thoughts. I didn't know.
Plus.
I gotta start quizzing you more.
So listen, right, as the train keeps moving, you're right over there. And light skin is. Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, it was sick.
So listen, we were speaking in reference to thought and thought culture. As you well know, you saw the videos that was being played before the show started. Women are doing well, from what I've seen so far.
It's,
and Georgia
it's
does
male
make it-
thoughts now.
I do agree
It's
that there are
definitely
male
male
thoughts,
thoughts.
but I have yet to see any of them go the extreme of what I've seen recently.
Go to the left.
I've used to seeing. I'm used to seeing women. They'll twerk on Instagram.
They want
or they'll do
attention.
that.
Yeah.
But now this girl here is walking through the mall, sucking on a banana. Everybody can
They
see you sucking on.
twerk for likes.
Potassium deficiency.
No, she never opened the banana up.
Well, I can tell you the one sucking on the doorknob. See what it was. You know what I'm saying? You got, once God closed the door, you can't open it back up. I don't care how much you suck up to it.
Wow.
I go with what the goddess Georgette said. Let's not single out the females. Let's not say it's a female thing. In fact, let's focus on the males, because some males just want drama all the time, do stupid
they
stuff.
messing.
That's the thought version of males when you starving for attention, doing little beefs on social media and doing extra stuff to be argumentative with guys. You're a thought. You're thirsty for attention. And my definition of thought was thirsty hoe over there. That's how it was explained to me. Somebody who's thirsty. So I think there's a different
Thirsty for
definition
attention.
for the people that's sucking on
Is
stuff.
that what the definition said? Thirsty for attention.
That's my definition.
No, it did not say
That,
thirsty.
I done heard
Yeah,
that. I
but
done
the
heard people
European
say
wrote that book. Somebody other than us. It
but
came, what's the name of the dictionary it was in?
Well, I don't even
Urban
know.
Dictionary.
Urban.
Yeah, and they made the word urban too.
Yeah, but I thought it was that hoe over there. That's what I thought was.
That's
That's
what
when
the
they-
Urban Dictionary says. That's
Right.
what the acronym stands for.
But
Oh, okay.
but the rappers who made it.
That's what they talking about.
Yeah, when the rappers said, they talking about people that's thirsty. That's what the
Okay, but
rappers
then-
are saying.
Then if we put it in the
Tatiana.
aspect, if we put it in the
They
aspect
the ones
of
that created the
everybody,
word.
if we put it in the aspect of everybody being thoughts, male and female, what is it doing to our culture for people to be acting and being that way? I mean, because everything is based off of image, right? Mm-hmm. And if all you see is our people being thirsty on Instagram, male and female, men pretty much standing there with their hands covering themselves. Women are visual people too, to a certain extent, not as much as men are, but we can say that was a form of being thirsty too. Now, today you see a man sucking on a gas hose, or sucking on a doorknob.
You ever been handcuffed and needed to get out of a room?
Huh?
You ever been handcuffed and needed to get out of a room?
Handcuffed? No, never been there.
You
You
gonna
been
suck
there?
on the doorknob to get out?
Hey, I ain't trying to give it a blowjob. I'm just saying, if you need to get out that room, that's the only way to open that doorknob.
Yeah. Well, sexual energy is the strongest energy. So
that
I'm not going to be upset with the people that are doing this. They they have the time and they have the freedom. That's their art. That's the way they want to be creative. Then I salute them. Just like the girl twerking.
I think they should use
Thirst
like
traps.
if they got like donut condoms, banana condoms, something like that. Because I don't want to get no STD. You still can.
Oh my!
They're like that girl was twerking. Remember, she was twerking in the
Like
different
say
walk.
lives matter.
Yeah.
She was doing what
They
now?
do.
She was twerking in the different stores over by the
By
the
the
fish
old
tanks,
man was like,
by the thing. She was twerking all around the place, and I mean, that's advertisement. You
likes.
don't focus
They do
on the
stuff for
product.
likes in this so-called fantasy world.
It's art.
I think it's bigger than just that. It's a form of advertising, but you got to realize what you're advertising. I feel
Now,
that,
if she become a millionaire off that, then what?
I mean,
That's what
even
they
still, but do
teaching
you-
them. No, I'm saying that's what they
Kardashians.
teaching them.
But do you really? There's a way to make your money.
Them too.
Right?
Do you really want to make your? I guess to her, it really doesn't matter. You know what I mean?
She just want money.
She just want money or attention.
He just want money.
According to Nita Fuller Jr., we don't have the right to judge people that are in the same system that we are in.
Right, but
I'm
there's
not
a-
in no system. First of all,
I do believe that there's a standard
I made
and
my
a way
own
of do
system.
things. I do like there's a standard and a way of do things. I mean, just like not saying that living the lifestyle that
you
we're
gotta make
living
your
is
own ideology.
a religion, but you know what I'm saying, if you become a Muslim and or Islam, for a woman you have to cover your hair.
Yeah, and I like them covered.
Right, but I'm just saying that's
That's
something
one
that's,
half
that's
of the
part,
religion. Remember, there's multiple parts of Islam. You got the Sunnis and the Shiites, and depending on which country you're in, also, we can't use.
And you got the
broads.
nation. You gonna leave them.
Brush.
But
Yeah, the NOI also
but
as
at
well.
the end of the day, for all of
They
them,
don't
they're
all cover.
All of the women don't cover their
No,
hair.
depends on which section of the religion you're in
Okay, so even
seen a
using
Muslim
and
Using-
which country.
I like the one with the fattest ass.
using using a portion of
There you
the
go.
Islam area where they cover themselves up, do you feel that you have a higher form of respect based off of the way they carry themselves? Now, I know you're not supposed to look at a woman and be like, "Oh, she out there in them streets," but if you're wearing hoe clothes,
Yeah,
but you don't want to be treated like a hoe,
some of them wealthy.
Well,
That's-
who's to say they hold clothes?
yeah,
though?
but the society,
Right.
that's society
That's what
that
they
you're
want to
in.
wear.
But if that's, I mean,
That's- That's
if
what
they
they-
comfortable, like you got some girls wear that, but if you approach them wrong, they
Right.
will get you straight.
Yeah, they like their bodies and they want to show off their body. They like, I didn't do all this work to get this body, not to show it off. I didn't hear women. They didn't said that to me.
Have you looked at a nun and seen what she wears? Have you looked at a Muslim woman and see what she wears? What's the difference?
None of your business.
One looked like a penguin,
Yeah.
and the other one
Just in the
looked
fact that they're covered.
like a twin match.
Hair's covered, dressed modestly, no makeup, cover head to foot. But for those that are unlearned, that is not something that America likes or France likes. I'll get to that later.
We don't care about America.
It's so hard not to do something.
We don't.
Anywho,
We don't give a damn what America.
I'll give you an example. 3 or 4 years ago, there was a situation where a lot of Africans, specifically Muslims, left Africa because there's no life there. There's slavery. There's wars going on. They started migrating to France. There were some women there that were Muslim, and they wore a burkini. Basically, it is a bikini, but it covers their whole body up. For some reason, the ignorant people in France made a law saying that those women couldn't cover themselves up at the beach. Basically, you want them to exploit their bodies and walk around in sin because their religion says cover up and dress modestly. Doesn't Christianity tell you the same thing about gold raiment in your hair and dressing modestly?
Yeah, but I mean, it's hot. If it's like religion, if it's gonna help you get to a place within you where you need to be, that's positive and full of energy and not negative, hey.
Now, last year, I mentioned to Dave about tribalism and like how your tribe believes this, your tribe believes that. I'm going to flip that to religion and these practices. It's the same thing. We're looking at stuff and our American opinion saying, hey, you know what? You shouldn't do this. You can't do that. We're also looking at it, our age group. You know, if you were raised before 80, you think that this behavior is thotting.
I don't.
You think
First
they're
of
doing
all,
for
I
attention.
really don't know what thought. I mean, it's just something
a
somebody
term.
came up with
Yeah.
a word. Say thought. Let's call them thoughts or
But
whatever.
you can apply
whatever.
that to anybody or anything and any notion.
Well, Ed, which religion was the most black people killed under?
It doesn't matter.
No, that's like an answer that you give to it. Not.
That's a question you want answered.
Do you know
It
it?
doesn't matter to me.
Do you know it? I was just asking. I
don't
hadn't
care.
researched it. I hadn't researched it, so I don't know.
Don't care.
No, I actually.
Don't want to know.
Okay, so you don't know the answer. I don't know the
I
answer.
just
either.
said that. I don't care. I don't want to know.
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
Well, thank you for your feelings.
All right.
Well, listen.
Oh shit!
I
I
think.
almost gave up. Nah, just playing.
Listen, I think the word pretty much started. It took a life of its own, basically. As that whole over there is like, oh, there's a thought. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, men who categorize a woman who wears skimpy clothes or do things that wouldn't be considered woman-like in public. Things that you would do like that will be somewhere in private between somebody and your significant other. But if they're just a fast woman or somebody that's out there in the streets, male or female. I'm
Leroy,
sorry, I keep
let me-
saying
You
woman.
can say
Hold on.
tights.
Hold on right quick. All I'm saying is that the way society, because we all live in a society that has us viewing things like that as being hoish or vile. You know what I mean? Like you see a prostitute on the street, a working woman who has on the same type of clothes, and you will call her a hoe. And she don't mind you calling her a hoe because she know that's what she is.
Well, I'm wondering why we as a people
Self-love.
always feel like we have to answer to why people are doing things. Why do we feel like it's a cultural thing? Why are we even concerned? Because if we're not going to judge people, then we're not going to judge people. It don't matter what they're doing. Whatever sex they're doing, whatever religion they're doing, whatever dressing that they're doing. Why do we always feel like we're the moral police? If we're busy living our lives and creating something of abundance, then people will gravitate towards what we're creating. I don't feel like they're not going to stop thoughting. They're not going to stop whatever religion. They're not going to stop whatever sex. They're not. So I think the best thing to do is focus on self, get to know self. For so long, they have conditioned us not to know who and what we are. We need to get to know ourselves internally. And then those that gravitate towards us will gravitate towards us.
Well, I think it's more or less the programming. I think, what is it? Now, I said this before. It wasn't as prevalent and when we was growing up compared to now. Like when we was growing up, you probably seen, what is it, 2 Live Crew, Luke do Pop That Coochie, and then you got MC Hammer with Pumps and the Bumps. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Songs like that was so small and in between that other songs that was coming on wasn't programming us to kind of over sexualize women. You know what I mean? And then you fast forward to 10, 15 years after we get out of high school, and now every rap video got girls shaking their ass and everything else.
Can I answer that?
How do you compare? Georgette asks, how do you compare thought life with religion? Yeah, we might as well go around
Same
the
way
panel.
they compare being gay to being blacks and being slaves.
Ed?
I am not getting into that conversation with Dave talking about blacks, gays, and slaves because we know what's coming next.
What is that?
We're going to talk about anal rape.
Wait.
We're going to talk about the Europeans going up in our asses and making guys wear their pants down around their waist to show that they was free. Then we're going to go to the prison culture about your pants being down and the kids don't understand where it came from and they don't care because they just think it's cool. Next topic.
Well, so
I love
listen,
the thoughts.
I just think that it's a negative impact on our community because that's what our kids feel like that's the only thing that they can really do.
And
Well,
it's more so a negative impact or image for the women because, as you can see, even on this show, you came up with all female scenarios when there are who was recording that. This stuff sells and this stuff is watched widely by who? Men.
Yeah.
Y'all refer to women as hoes who are promiscuous,
And
but
lesbians.
a lot of them are sleeping with what? Men. But those guys don't get labeled as hoes or thoughts, and it's always just directed toward women.
Yeah.
There is a deeper issue, obviously, because these women are seeking attention this way for whatever they're hurting from inside. You can't tell me they're just doing it just because they like it. I
Right.
mean, a lot of the times there is something deeper, and that's what I like about what Georgette has created, this love zone, because like she said, it's about healing that stuff that's inside, which can change some of this outward behavior.
Okay.
It's just my opinion.
Well, it's a good opinion. I appreciate that because I was definitely talking about women being hoes and thoughts. But
It's always that way, but there are a lot of
That's
men
like
out here that are
Yeah.
I don't think.
hoes too.
And I hope they catch
I don't
AIDS.
think a single woman who sleep, if she loves sex, then she loves sex. That don't make her a hoe.
No, I don't.
That's
I'm
true.
Just messing with y'all.
That's very true.
Do whatever y'all do.
Oh,
It does not make her a hoe because she likes to
she's just like a
have
male.
sex.
Yeah.
Exactly. It
Like
doesn't
a
make
male.
her a
And
hoe.
some of them that dress like that not gonna give you none. They not really out there for sex. They want the attention. Attention is the new currency.
Wow, that's good. Attention is the new currency.
And rape is not just play.
Yeah, stop.
Yo,
Yeah, I don't do the whole rape thing.
Between Weinstein and the dude that hung himself, he may be making light of it, but it is going on.
But why?
Yeah, but we got to look at it in the bigger picture. I like TLZ, the fact getting to the.
I think it's
what
a nice
the
core.
call.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting what causes this. Like, I don't think that there's a woman that's out there that said, "Oh my God, when I wake up, I definitely want to be a prostitute." Ain't no woman that ever woke up said, "I'm going to wake up this morning," or when they was teenagers talking about, "Man, when I grow up, I want to sell pussy." It's just something that's just something that a woman just don't do, and that's for men too. So
Right.
they get into these situations that causes them to be that
And
way.
sometimes they don't get into the situation. Being as though I work in a jail because I'm a corrections officer, I get to speak to a lot of inmates, a lot of people who have been in that life where they have been prostitutes. I mean, a male and female, sometimes their parents at a young age expose them to that, sell their kids to these guys for drugs and things like that. So it's not always by choice. I mean, everybody has their own story, but I get to hear a lot of stories. And it's not always that they want to do it or that they volunteer to do it. Yeah, they've been doing it so long because their parent turned them over to some strangers for some drugs all of their lives, you know? So, I mean, it's kind of
so
hard.
deep.
It is very deep.
You can't pinpoint it. It's so deep.
It's way deeper.
But you can heal certain parts. You can heal and attack certain parts.
and Leroy, you couldn't find any so-called thoughts to call so we can.
Really?
You act like
Yeah,
that, man.
really.
You used to be one that you say you used to sleep around a lot. You used to fuck everything. Didn't you say that?
That's not being a thought. That's
That's
What
what I
is it?
thought.
thought is thirsty hoe over there. I mean, you're thirsty. I like.
God.
I
you was
like.
thirsty for vaginas.
I like pussy. Who don't?
That's what you're
Shit.
saying. Why should it be labeled a thought? Although some people would say,
And that
when
was
you
20
said
years
plenty of
ago.
time- exactly, but
Yeah.
it still happened. Is the whole point. You said that you wanted to sleep with a lot, or you slept with a lot of people. You wanted to fuck
Yeah.
everything, and so that's what people label as being a hoe. I mean, that's just what it is,
But
male or female.
if you like to have sex, you like to have sex. You got to.
That's
That's,
why
the
we're
energy.
saying exactly. That's why we're saying why put the two together? Why do you have to be a hoe because you like sex?
I don't know.
But I'm just
I
saying.
didn't call
you
him a
like-
hoe. I didn't
no,
call
I'm
him a
just
hoe.
saying.
She
We're
was
talking
using
about.
that.
I'm using it as an example.
Okay.
We say that hoe over there because of somebody being promiscuous or the way that they dress. Why do we have to equate the two? Why should you be called a hoe because you like sex or you
Right.
like to have sex?
We
You
shouldn't
see what I'm
equate.
saying?
Yeah,
exactly. It shouldn't go together.
We shouldn't
right?
equate the two.
Right.
The thoughts, as I understand it, the term was the rappers came up with that because they wanted the fame and the money and all that from them. So that's why they created the word. Because I had to ask what the word meant because I was green. I didn't know what it meant, and a younger
I had to
person
look it
told
up.
me. A younger person told me what it meant, and as they explain it, I understand that. You know how they chase rappers and they chase people with money and stuff like that. That's where it came from. Now these women that want to wear less clothes and want to show off their body, that's their prerogative. I don't think you call them a hoe or call them anything because of that.
Right.
You just look at it if you can. You know, if you don't have a mate and it's not offensive, you look and you enjoy it and appreciate the beauty.
Right.
Hey, Dave, I got a question for you on that.
I might answer it. You didn't answer my question. You brought emotions, but go ahead. Let's see.
Well, first of all, don't listen to Dave. He is always trying to get something on the side. So we're not going to feed into his other stuff.
I'm
that
gonna
he's
treat
trying to
you the
get
same
y'all
way
to
you
go to.
treated me on my question. So go ahead, unless it's something
Take
that's
a sip
reasonable.
first.
Yeah, tell somebody to shut up on a talk show is dumb.
Yeah, okay, so here we go.
It's a talk show.
Any listeners out there or viewers, do you know where the bikini was created?
No. Where was
Okay,
it?
Brazil. You know who created it?
No.
A man.
Okay.
Why did he create it?
So he could look at Bobby.
Because they ran out of leaves in Africa.
This is why we disrespect Dave.
He created it because he's visual. He wants to see
You
more
want-
of the
because-
body with covering the important.
But you know it was a gay man that invented it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
How you know he was gay?
I didn't know.
Did you suck his dick?
This is why we
See?
ignore Dave.
See,
Now,
You can't call somebody gay unless
where we was going there.
unless you know
did say this
factually.
was
Unless
coming.
you know factually, you can't call nobody anything. That's all I'm saying.
okay, so let's move forward.
Okay.
Bikinis were not accepted in America until like the late 60s. We all heard about the go-go movement, Frankie Valli and all those Beach Boy parties and the movies. That kind of brought it out. Before that, women were more covered. Right then, that was a sin. It was terrible. It was god-awful. The older generations just shunned the bikini. Oh, you're harlots. You're whores. You're going to end up raped and molested. It may have happened like this. But now time has progressed. We're in the 2020s. If you see a person in a bikini, you're like, all right, and you just ignore it. I'm going to say the same thing. We can make that mental transition to about these thoughts. Our generation's like, yo, y'all thoughting. Y'all teenagers out here shaking your ass and trying to get likes on y'all thoughting. Or they just thinking it's just, hey, we're having fun. They're not looking any further into it or putting any further meaning into it. 20 years from now, they're going to be in the same position where they're the leaders, they're the ones in charge, they're the adults, they're the parents. They're going to have an opinion that their kids and their next generation is doing something crazy.
Right.
So let's not judge them.
So
Without knowing the etymology of where things began.
So let me
That's why I asked
piggyback
about
off
the
of
bikini.
that before we go into the next topic. So I feel like the next generation, like we're dealing with. Oh, I wouldn't necessarily say we're dealing with, but becoming social accepted is the LGBT community, right? Because before they were shunned, you had to be in the closet. They didn't. Parents and stuff was kicking kids out because of their sexual preference. You move 20 years down the line, it's becoming socially acceptable. It doesn't matter who you're with, right? Or anything. So now we're in that generation where you were speaking about the bikinis in the 60s was being socially acceptable, but the ones
really,
at a certain time was shunning them because they were being whores and harlots because of the type of clothes that they were wearing. I feel that the next step moving forward for the generation that's growing up, that's going through what they're going through, is going to be whether or not it's going to be socially acceptable to have pedophilia in their society, because right now it's shunned by everybody. Nobody wants their kids or their children to be molested or anything. But you know that there are a bunch of pedophiles right now. Even
We gotta accept them.
that's going to be
You either
very.
accept
That's
it or
going to
not.
You
be.
either love or you don't love.
But that's going to be really hard.
I know it is.
You can't say that.
I know, right? Damn, my bad. It's going to be really jacked up. You can't say that neither.
It's gonna be hard on the children.
It literally
Difficult.
But no, because
Let's go with difficult. Let's use the
it's
synonyms.
going to be difficult.
Yeah,
You're
don't
right.
touch my
Because-
grandchildren because I'm gonna get your ass.
because most men, even if they are gay and they have kids, don't want their kids to be taken advantage of.
Right.
You know what I mean? So even I don't think pedophilia is going to be something that's going to be socially accepted years down the line as much as they want it to be. You know what I mean?
You don't have a choice, sir.
You don't think so? So you think
All of it's coming.
Okay.
I'm just letting you know. You can be prepared
I'm
for
fine. I
it. Or
own this goddamn show.
you can be prepared for it, or you can not be prepared for it.
So moving on, we'll talk about pedophilia at the next time for all of those.
No, we don't have to.
No, for all those that
Let's
like to
not
be
open that up.
No, because it's a whole country in Africa that's a British colony, and them Brits
And
is going
Mambla.
over there.
Mambla.
Yeah, Mambla, Man Boy Love, all of that. They over there,
No.
and they trying to become accepted within the LBGT community. And I don't think the LBGT community wants pedophilia in there. I
Well-
don't think any parent who has kids, even if they're gay or lesbian, want their kids getting fucked by an old dude or anything because they feel like they kid.
But
you know,
we can get fucked by the old women.
Yeah.
Moving on. Yo, the next topic of discussion, you all know we've been sitting here all day waiting for this one. At the end of it, you already know who she is. She pops right on in with her segment. Just asking.
Lord.
Pop at it. Pop at it. Pop.
Hey.
Pop at it. Pop.
All right, so the question of the day, and I actually got this it wasn't one that I thought of. I actually was listening to Kevin Hart's podcast, Straight from the Heart, and I got this and thought it would be a good question to pose to us. Do you guys prefer to talk on the phone or text, and why? Like I prefer the text because I know that I am not a phone person. My patience is very, very short, and people are just long-winded for no reason. Like they forget they take you through 10 minutes of crap to get to the point. And I know it's probably just me, but I prefer to text because I don't want to be listening to you breathe and talk and all this crap that don't matter. Just get to the point. That's just me though. I know I'm impatient when it comes to that.
Laura?
I used to prefer to talk on the phone, but after being with Mr. Ed over there, text.
Mr. Ed.
Yeah.
I am not a horse.
Oh gosh.
All right. See, now you got to started.
Thanks for popping, Tiffany.
Yo, what about you, Dave?
I think it's a balance of both, and depending on where the energy is, because a lot of times you want to hear people's voice, you want to hear the reflection, you want to hear if they're passionate about it or not, especially if you're discussing like business or something like that. And if you're talking to people for the first time, you definitely want to do voice versus text because you won't understand them as a person and how they communicate. Because you can read a text and they send something, you're like, hey, what the hell?
Right.
And they mean something totally different. So
Right.
it's a balance. But if me and my goddess are arguing with each other, yo, let's just text because we don't even need to. Both of us trying to win right now. We're not trying to listen to each other. So if we text, everybody has to listen. Everybody has to hear themselves. So it depends on the situation.
That's good. I agree with you on that.
What about you, Ed?
You better text me because I'm not answering it. I work at my job 100 phone calls a day. When I get home, I don't want to hear a phone ring.
Okay.
I don't want to talk to you. And whatever you got to say, if you're smart, you can say it in a few words. You ain't got to use 20,000 words to say something you can say with 5 words.
Mm-hmm.
My time is my time. Don't call me and ambush me or hold me hostage because of your thoughts that you want to share.
They're raping you for your time.
Yes.
They're raping your time.
Handcuffing my ears.
Anytime.
I'm like this.
I agree.
Anytime, minute.
And then you hold a conversation with somebody else, your girlfriend, your sister, your
Right.
homie over there. You got 2 conversations going at once. I'm like, are you talking
Putting
to
you
me?
on hold and shit.
About raping your ear, you might
Yeah.
catch hearing aids.
For real. Word.
Your turn, Chip. You so
Busting down your ear. Be like, you hear me coming? No.
Oh my gosh.
Neither. I'd rather be face to face.
But okay, out of the two, choose one of the two. Don't throw an extra shit in there.
Talk on the phone because I don't like texting.
Okay.
Because you'll get into texting and driving and all this here. Just say what you have to say, then that be it.
Thank you for mentioning that. Talking and driving.
You know what I'm saying? You'd be all over the road. Be like, I'm finna go up to that car. I bet you they on their phone.
Yeah.
They got their phone just like this here.
Wait a minute. This my
But
favorite.
I'm not no text.
Put it on the steering wheel, hold it with the thumb, and they trying to drive.
Yeah. So it'd be their last text.
You want to see God?
I'll come
Hey,
home.
shout out to Guru Natavius. That's the guy that first started talking about the semen retention right there. Guru.
Damn, you really pissing. Whatever, every word you said is
Okay.
pissing
Yeah.
Ed off.
Man.
I had
how
12
long
days
has it been
of no
since
semen
Ed?
retention.
Semen retention.
12 days of no semen retention?
Yeah, I ain't had to hear it, think about it, nothing.
What about the pineal
Are
gland?
you retenting right
Is your
now?
pineal gland clean with
Has
semen
he-
retention?
Has he come back and had his
One.
semen retented? I
Oh
guess.
my gosh.
Has he retented his semen?
Wow.
No, that's why you're on edge. That's why
Why?
Ed you need to have
Let-
him. You need
Yeah.
to drain his.
My issue.
He need
Oh,
to
it's
be
not-
clipped.
That's not my issue.
Oh well, balls not drain. Okay, anyway, mine. Mine. I would prefer that we text.
You don't answer either one of them.
Word. I quit. Bingo. Get it on the head.
Fuck y'all.
Chip was gonna say that. Don't throw me with a good time. I'm just saying.
You're not communicating that.
Word.
We can all agree that you're not good at either one.
I
of them.
quit.
Because I really don't like to do either. It's that I don't like
But you
to
gotta
talk. I
communicate
understand that.
We gotta
but I do.
respect. We gotta respect him at that. If that's where he wanted.
Yeah, LOL a week later.
That's his energy.
Right.
You
If
like-
there's
what you
an
laughing for?
emergency, then what? You don't ever like to answer the phone or text. Like, come on. If there's an emergency, you will not know.
You got to get a video game and log in wherever he plays.
Exactly.
You can talk to him on the
Yo.
You got to have the headphone and the microphone
Y'all.
together.
yes.
We gotta leave a
Y'all.
arcade message on this
Okay.
phone.
Fuck
Send a
y'all.
telegram.
What's wrong?
Fuck y'all.
Oh goodness.
No. It's up, down, left, right.
AB, AB.
Kiss my ass.
It's the truth. We can all agree.
I
You
don't
talking about
care.
you don't like to do either.
yeah,
you
I just-
suck at both.
Yeah, but you didn't ask that. The question was either or, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. Right.
Which
so
one
if I
do you
had
like
to
to do?
choose, it would be text.
Oh.
Hello.
Hello.
That's fine. You can choose. I was just
Right.
letting you know that you wasn't good at
I
that.
didn't need for you to get me
But I
extra
did.
about
But
whether
I
or not.
did.
Leroy, you
If I
thought
was good
you
enough.
thought
But
right
I
now.
did.
I ain't thirsty now. Ain't nothing thirsty about it. So,
I
yeah.
am.
But listen, y'all. I thank you all for tuning in. This is the Signal 27 show. I want to thank Georgia Joseph for calling in and providing
Yes.
us with an interview for her organization, TLZ. I want to thank all our members on the panel, Lori, Lakita, David, Ed, and Chip, for coming through to be on the Signal 27 show. Remember,
kinda sounded
you
like-
can listen. to us on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, and iHeartRadio and Pandora. You can watch us live every Sunday at 6:30 right here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And I'll keep telling y'all need to rock with us, because if you don't expect for us to remember your ass if you wasn't there in the
Don't
beginning.
rock with us when you got Parkinson.
Right.
Wow.
I guess
my
we
bad.
ain't promoting.
What you gonna do when I start shaking?
Good talk. Thank y'all.
That's right.
I'm gonna reach my hand out so you can shake my hand.
Listen, before we go, Keita, Laura, you got anything going on?
I don't know what we got going on. I haven't really discussed it.
Haven't discussed it?
No.
Keita?
Next week, y'all, tune in for the takeover. The ladies is coming up in this joint next week. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So y'all better tune
Get a
in with
day
our
off.
special guest, Tiffany Pineda, will be on. Y'all can still cop my book on Amazon, The Other Side of Addiction, and my shirts, my Get Some shirts. Y'all can cash at me at $ Lakita Gordon. I'll have a page up very, very soon. We're going to start working on that this week. So a like page for y'all to see the product, see the mission statement, and know what's behind the Get Some. Because there is a message behind this thing.
That's right.
Good talk.
Message!
David, what you got going on?
February 9th, debuting Black Green film preview at the Elks Lodge. February 20th, Soul Hood Prime at AMC Theater Regency. 2, maybe 3 theaters. Conscious Conversations every Wednesday, 6 to 7 p.m. You can go on Spreadshirt and type in Unity Over Belief, and it will bring up every shirt that I have on the internet, probably 7 or 8 different shirts.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, y'all can catch me at thelastleroy.com. It has all of my social media information on there if you want to book me for comedy. If you want to give me a reach out and you want to do an interview on the show, just reach out to me there. I'm on all social media platforms as well as under The Last Leroy. I'm about to give you my gamer tag. Ain't that what it was?
Always a video game.
Get it to me.
Hit him up on the video games.
Hit me up on Twitter.
Message
on Twitch,
through the video, he's
Mixer,
the
and,
answer.
Smash Cast under Lord Nikon. If y'all want to get y'all ass whooped in any video game that you got. Nah, don't fuck
I don't
with
want
me
to
like
get
that.
whooped.
Yo, also, I will be at I'll be at Funny Bone on the 31st of January. We'll be doing Two Saints on the 24th of January. So y'all come through and y'all check us out. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be there. That's next week.
Yeah, next Monday.
Yep, not next Monday.
24th?
Friday.
Next Friday?
Yeah.
Today's the 19th. Oh,
Right.
yeah.
So no, that's this week coming. That's this Friday coming. Yeah. This Friday I'll be at Two Saints, and the following Friday I will be at the Funny Bone at the Red Grill Inn. Y'all mess with me now, all right? Ed, what you got going on?
We got some more Delirium videos coming out for the new year. Got about 5 of them written. I just need some actors and some volunteers to go ahead and film them and act in them. If you don't want your faces shown, it's okay. You can be the camera person.
Hello, be a camera person. Shit. Yeah. Chip, what you got
I have
going
a
on?
camel toe.
She got that camel toe. Looking like an upside down McDonald's sign.
Hit me up at Get Your Shirts Halfway Baptized. Hit me up at $ Comedian Big Chip.
All right. You gonna be at Two Saints too, right?
Yeah.
All right, Chip will be there with me on
You talking about nothing? You do that something?
right.
My goodness.
Chip gonna be there with me on Friday. Y'all make sure that y'all come out and y'all laugh and get your laugh on at Two Saints Restaurant on 103rd. Good, clean fun, good atmosphere, good couple that runs the show. So thank
Good
you all
food.
for tuning in. Good food. I did say good food, didn't I say?
Yes,
Take a
good
look.
food.
Oh, what is this I see staring back at me?
Oh, Lord.
Yo.
She said it again.
She always say that.
always say it.
After we brought it up and put it on blast, it's been on every one of her things.
Oh, Lord.
She's going to get that on the shirt. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, thank you all for tuning in. This is the Signal 27 show. Y'all make sure y'all tune in next week. Our topic next week is going to be Dr. Claude Anderson on the Breakfast Club interview. If you all don't know who Dr. Claude Anderson, he is the doctor of power economics or powernomics, how to get black folks out this situation that they in. And he speaks on Agenda 21 about the depopulation of the entire world by the upper echelon. Y'all make sure that y'all be careful and be prepared, because some of y'all might not be here.
Oh, we are not on next week. We're on 2 weeks from
2
now.
weeks from now. That's right. That's right. Because
That's right. That's my mistake.
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that. It's my mistake.
No, y'all on
The last Sunday.
the last Sunday of January.
Yes.
That's the 5th Sunday, though. You know that. Y'all on every 4th Sunday, right? So that's the
Yeah, but for this month, we on the last Sunday.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Anyway, Bye. Shit.
Wow.
I'm glad you corrected that because I was wrong.